Yeah,
some
no,
more time.
I'm ready. You can switch it and I'll introduce it when you're ready.
Okay, we're switching in 3, 2, 1. Switch.
All right. I need to adjust my microphone. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you are live.
Hi. I'm Genesis, and I'm gonna be doing another one later. But on short notice, I'm gonna be doing Rise of the Tomb Raider. Blood Ties 100%. Blood Ties is a DLC that was released for 20th anniversary that allows you to explore Croft Manor. So we're going to just go ahead and hop right into it, I guess. You ready, Pika?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. So when I skip cutscene, I'll tell you when to start. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Oh, yeah, new stories. All right. Let's start loading up. So what the Blood Ties is it just allows you to explore Croft Manor as Lara after the events of Rise of the Tomb Raider. So if you haven't played the game, the nice thing is it's not any spoilers, and it just provides more backstory on Lara and her history. And now we're just waiting for loading screens. For some reason, this takes like forever to load, and I don't know why.
That sounds like my computer.
Yeah, I just updated my graphics card too. I think I need to get a new processor. But yeah, so we see a couple events during Croft Manor in the main story, but this is the first time that we're actually allowed to explore it freely. And we have to uncover some mysteries. And we have lots and lots of collectibles to get. We actually have 100, right?
Final
okay, ready, PQ?
To Lara Croft,
Yep.
current
Okay, we're gonna skip
canon.
start in
This is to
3,
serve as your
2,
final notice
1,
for the
go.
purposes of there has to be a will or some
All right,
kind
so
of
what we're supposed to do now is we need to get into that safe,
somewhere.
but we don't have the code for it. So we're gonna start by going around and collecting all of these collectibles that provide some history. So this is her father's study. So of course there's all of these things that are around that are be like, oh, it's his diploma, oh, it's statues of the family. And we just need to collect all of these. There are an absurd number of collectibles in a very small space because there's not much to do. Do you have anything to say?
Must have been hard for Mum to go
Not
against
really,
her
like,
family's wishes.
If you haven't played the DLC, I would highly recommend it because it's one of my absolute favorite DLC of all time.
Oh yeah, if you play the DLC and actually read all the documents and everything, oops, got stuck on the table.
Yeah,
Then it's
that's
like,
what I did.
it's really cool. There's all these little tidbits of things. There's all these references back to Rise of the Tomb Raider and the previous game 2013.
Yeah, a lot of Easter eggs regarding like.
Especially when we get to the end. For any of you who've played the original, it's going to be a blast from the past if any of you have played the original games. Wait, I forgot. Was there a relic in here? No, there
Yeah,
wasn't.
there's a lot of reference also to like old stuff she had done throughout the game.
God dang
Like
it, I
there's
forgot
some
again.
references to her old self and
Alright.
what she did then.
You're going to open this because I forgot to open this case.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley.
Yeah, there's a lot of reference to everything, and I had really enjoyed like just reading through all of this.
Well, hello there.
Like,
So that's
really
all.
interesting.
Don't worry.
Well, also after seeing Croft Manor in the game, being able to explore it freely, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, the Kaufman is still one of my favorite like bonus stuff. In any
Yeah.
video games, like I ran it in Anniversary so many times, just for fun.
So one thing to note is this is a fairly new category. I kind of just came up with it. It's pretty much as new as ESA. So it's less than a month old. Pretty much I decided to do this shortly after ESA finished, and I had played through the DLC, at least a portion of it at ESA, and so I decided to come back and finish it, and then ended up routing 100%. So this route is super new, super fresh. It's probably not very good. I think it's alright, but I don't think it's that great. Anyway, now what we need to do is we need to go into the servants entrance because we got the flashlight, and we need to explore. But need to not pass up this little document that's hiding here.
Yes, we're creating all the categories.
Yeah. Well,
You just have to go create chicken percent as well.
I mean, I made Wicked Veil. I found someone do Blood Ties glitched in 4 minutes,
Falling apart.
and I thought I might as well do 100%. The thing is, I don't know if glitched 100% is going to be like worth anything because the only glitch that we know of lets you skip to the end after you enter the basement, which
Yeah,
is right about
there's
now. Like
probably
shortly after this, there's a wall you can climb on that lets you skip to the end.
Yeah, there's probably not too much diversity between the roles, so it will be pretty useless.
Just as creepy
Yeah.
as I remember.
The only thing you could maybe save a minute if you can unlock all the stuff and then go and run through the entire.
Yeah, and the problem is also with that any percent, it's very dangerous if you get stuck, or if you clip back in bounds, because if you don't take a very specific path, you can get stuck in bounds. And yeah, not good times. Okay, let's see if I can do the grab on the backside quickly. Come on. Oh, I'm not getting the quick grab. Alright. Oh well. That was very slow, but that's okay. Alright. It's not too much really to talk about right now. Just trying to open the pathway forward.
Yeah, like most of the things to talk about would come from a casual run to actually read the documents and react on that.
Yeah.
Going fast is like
You don't read
short
anything.
path, but
The basement of
if you
despair.
would still would go as fast as you would do on
Yeah.
normal rise, it would actually go faster, which had something about that pickups are actually slower.
Yeah.
So
One thing I found that's cool though is that if you stick to the walls, you don't get stuck waiting in the water. That's like the only cool thing that really has been found in here besides that glitched route. That's also like 2.5 years old in the Rise of the Tomb Raider forums. It's very old. Alright, so here in the basement we're supposed to realize that Lara had a really good connection with her father. They played games all the time, did some special stuff for her birthday that the remnants remain behind. And
which is it's a bit interesting because like up to this point, if you haven't played the DLC, says like she or communicates that she didn't have that good of a relationship with her father at all because she was always busy working here and there.
oh, and that gets solidified in Shadow too.
Yeah, but apparently it took a lot of time to actually play with Lara in her younger years. Which is
Yeah. And really
I'm not
what
sure
this
what to
DLC
say.
is meant is to teach you about the connection between Lara's mom and dad, since we don't know anything really about them, besides the fact that
Okay.
there were a lot of problems
This
with her
ledger has to
dad
be
going
here
to work
somewhere.
all the time and not really
Hopefully it
having
has a
any time for
combination to the
Lara
safe.
or the family. And in the main story of Rise, all you learn is that he went on an expedition, someone discredited him, and then after he lost his entire career, he committed suicide. That's all you learn. What this DLC teaches you is that he actually, like, the reason he met Lara's mother is through their expeditions, because he found someone who had the same appreciation for the craft as he did.
Two myths are referencing the same
And so they always went on their digs together. They did a bunch of stuff like this together.
Was looking
And that's
for
where they
notes.
really learned to bond. And I think it was on one of those expeditions that Lara was born, if I remember correctly.
To find those objects to
I
figure
think
out the
so.
combination to the
might
safe.
be that she was born like out of country. So I think the mother went home pretty
God.
fast after that.
I got that little lag spike, and it's pushing me backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should be able to light the fireplace now.
But even though Lara is like
This
is she,
so many hours
she's
in here,
25 about in this game.
dreaming of my own adventure.
27 in
25.
Shadow.
Took
But she's
quite
been, like,
the tumble
all
I
over
actually
the
don't
world.
know how old she is. We know she's fresh out of
Feeling on the
college
shoulder from
in
time to time.
2013. It's her
but I
first
read,
real
like,
expedition. Okay, let's see if I can get this little
somewhere
shortcut.
wiki that she's about 27 years old in Shadow.
I didn't get the shortcut. Hold on, gotta try it again.
Okay.
You saw me get it first try, but of course now that we're in the marathon, it's not going well. Nice, got the shortcut. Alright, so what you're supposed to do there is you're supposed to pull the cart and then move the ladder over. But moving the ladder takes a lot of time.
I remember this map now.
But of course,
It leads
I wasted
to
a bunch of
the
time
master
because I failed the
key.
trick,
I
so...
made it with a special kind of invisible ink.
Oh,
It could only
Yes,
be
it does.
seen with the heat from
should
a
still be
fire.
good.
There
And I should
be
learn to
the
talk.
map. I could
would help.
X marks the
Yeah.
spot, as they
Alright.
say.
So now we need to push this
Yeah,
out of the
let's go
way.
before that.
So I've checked that you can't move that until you get the map, which is really dumb.
Yeah, it's quite stupid, yeah, but I guess
Yeah,
it's
I also
just
hate how
progression.
whenever you acquire new gear, you have
should
to
open
wait
most rooms in the manor,
for Lara.
including the Forbidden West Wing.
Very slow.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
But I mean, isn't that the
It
nature of these
appears
games?
Sir Reginald's helmet fell off.
Wait for Laura.
Often
Or
I
wait
put
for
it
Jacob,
back,
no
think
problem.
there might be more
Just the
clues
games
to
being
find
slow in
the
general.
library.
Oh yeah, we don't have to wait for Jacob in any of these categories.
Yeah. No, we don't. Here we just have to wait for Lara. So we're going to open this door because it gives us access to the library later, and we're going to need it as a shortcut. So that's why you want to go ahead and open that. We're going to do the shortcut again. Nice. Alright, so what we're supposed to be doing now is you're supposed to be looking around for clues to open the safe. And what you would do is we acquired a little booklet that we could
Okay,
use.
Dad's clues mention Mom's paintings
yeah, I
and
need
their
this.
anniversary.
What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to find some Egyptian glyphs and then use those little books and pictures to try to identify what the numbers are. Because you need to find the numbers to get into the safe.
I'm sorry.
And
I just wanted to
unfortunately, we don't have that information. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to look it up. It took me like
see Mum's room in here.
5 minutes apiece.
Stay out of there, darling.
It's not very hard. They're fun little puzzles. But of course, because we're speedrunners, we've beaten it before and the numbers don't change. Very, very easy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has said anything good about a game without changing numbers and puzzles.
Yeah. So pretty much what you learn is that the key to the safe is, it was like a birthday gift to Lara. No. Yeah, it was a birthday gift to Lara. Also, jump scare. It was a birthday gift to Lara. It was his wife's favorite painting, and then it was also the day of their anniversary. And so if you were to use those little hieroglyphs to decode some of the information on Lara's headband, you would have gotten the number 4. So we have one of the numbers, but we still are missing 2. So we need to explore the atelier and the bedroom to find those numbers. So in here, this was her mom's atelier. As you can see, it was her paint studio. So what we need to do in here is find out what her father's favorite painting was and figure out what the number that's associated with that is. So now we need to go down. No, don't. Oh, god dang it, she grabbed on the ladder. That's annoying. Alright. We're just gonna grab more of these. And here is where we're gonna find out our answer. So here are her mom's paintings.
Which one was Dad's favorite?
So we would grab this book and you would find out that it's the blocks of red.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting.
And what you need to do is find out what the
Something about
number
that
of
painting
blocks
will help
is.
me figure out the
And
combination.
the answer is 5.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
So
So
now we
have 5 and
have
4, guys.
Yeah, we have 5 and 4. But now we need to figure out what the last number is. Which we only find after entering the bedroom. Also, I love moving around the bedroom because the movement is really clean.
After everything,
I think
Because everything is literally one jump away, and jumping is really fast.
But you still have to wait for Laura to explain some stuff before you can
You only have to wait after this picture, because that picture was taken of her, the mom, on the wedding day. So
which day.
we need to figure out what their wedding day is related to her birthday, because apparently it's close to the birthday. So once you pick up this necklace, it was given to her dad on her birthday, so now we know it's in October. But we don't know what the day is. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I don't pick that up first. Pick up the ring first.
Immortality without even knowing it.
So once you pick up the ring... Oh no, the ring doesn't give you the information. This booklet does. You want to open the little book. But I want to grab this document first because Lara talks.
At least that old thing still works.
And then with this, you find out that the anniversary was 6 days before her mom's birthday, which was on October 15th, so the anniversary is October... You can do math, what is it?
I can let chat do the math. Come on, chat, you can do it. I believe in you.
No, I'm telling you, what is it? It was October 15th was her birthday, and their anniversary was 6 days before her birthday.
Yeah, I know. I
Nothing
just
too important.
knew the combination before I started picking up stuff.
I know, but
It's not important.
just say
Why bother
9.
putting it in a safe?
No, I don't wanna.
You should know better than to try and pull one over on
You
you.
can't make me.
There is something important to me.
By the way, every single item in here counts as a document and or a relic. You get 4 items just from opening the safe, so it is mandatory.
Dad, what did you do?
So by looking through this, you find out that her father did something that he regrets,
Wait, what's that?
and we don't know exactly what it
Dad
is.
must have left this for me. It
But
has to
now
be
what we need to do is we
important.
need to head over to the library, which the library we go in here. I forgot that came right out next to the study. And then we need to do this. And now we need to head to downstairs. Anyway, her father did something, and so we need to figure out what it is. And so now we need to go down to the basement, because that would tell us we need to go to the basement and move a object that also would be immovable if we tried to move it earlier. Which is kind of a trend. Objects are immovable until you figure out you need to move them. So here, I don't remember. No. Here, I don't remember how we find the code, but it's 142. Oh, that's what you use sorry, that's what you use the hieroglyphs for. Is for that. That's my bad.
Damn, locked in.
You get 142 from the items. Oh, from the paper. You get those from the paper, because the paper gives you Egyptian hieroglyphs that are related to numbers, but they're broken up, so you have to combine them, and you get the numbers 142. Alright. So now we found the secret vault that they have in the movie that totally spoiled this.
Dad,
Have you seen the movie, Piku?
Yeah, the 2-minute movie, yeah.
Yeah.
her home. She's here.
So many
somewhere.
potholes, so.
So after reading that document, Lara finds out that her mom is buried somewhere on the property, but she doesn't know where she is. So that's what our job is we gotta find her. I'm gonna grab this next.
Faced death alone.
Let me grab
She was
this.
so brave.
So pretty much what happened was her mother ended up in the mountains by herself because she traveled on an expedition before Richard.
There's an
And because she was left in the mountains by herself, she ended up freezing to death.
beneath the manor.
Yeah, she. Wasn't it a
And-
plane crash?
Oh yeah, sorry, it was a plane crash. And then she ended up
Plane
freezing to
crash
death in the
then
mountains.
survived that and then froze to death a few days
Yeah.
later.
And then Richard Croft found her body and decided to bring her home.
Bring her back to life, actually. That's the first thing I tried.
He didn't oh yeah, he tried to revive her, but he's melodramatic. So yeah, Piku, this path is definitely faster. Like, this is definitely faster. Because then we just go back downstairs. I was right the first time.
You should have done it the first time.
I didn't do it the first time, but I said it probably is. Yes, he's so much faster.
King to queen 1.
Alright, so we're almost done. We're almost finished. We have 50 relics, and I believe after this, we have 36 documents. Yeah, this is 36 documents.
Queen to king.
So we're almost done. Okay, now we need to go back upstairs.
You always win. Knight takes queen.
Okay. But yeah, so he tried to revive her, failed, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna bring her home at least. And so Lara knows she's buried somewhere on the property. So now we need to find out where she is.
It's probably around here when it brought her home that I should have started spending some time with Laura. Before he got obsessed with eternal life again.
To the south,
Yeah.
our path is to the
So we want to break this down. And of course there's no melee attack in this game, so we can't melee attack through this gap, which is unfortunate. And now this is the Croft family crypt. Welcome. As we are forced to walk slowly down the stairs, because it has to be kind of creepy, I guess.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
So now I want to pick up this document. So Richard buried her in here all by herself.
My
Not really. It's like every other cross.
my God.
Oh, well, yeah, but
Can it be?
she's buried in this.
You did bring her home.
So we're not finished yet. We're not finished yet. Don't stop the timer. We're not done yet. Gotta skip this cutscene because it's a long cutscene. And then we have to skip 2 more cutscenes. Yes, skip. No, we skip 1 more cutscene.
What's this?
So now there's additional
A letter.
relics in the manor that we have to go for.
I've been
Yeah,
so
it's
focused
also worth
on
noting
defying
that
my
this
uncle,
during this
on
entire
fighting
time,
to keep
Lara's
his hands
uncle has tried
off
to get
this
them
manor.
Croft
I
Manor
never
from her,
realized how
Wrong way,
much
wrong
this
way.
place actually means
but
to
he
me.
decided to change his
Since
mind
I've
when
been here, I
Lara
can
found
feel the presence
mother.
of my mother and father. I sense
Solid,
the
he's nice.
entire history of my family
Yeah.
and the deep roots we have
And now,
in this place.
flash from
I
the
want
past,
to
we're gonna
honor
have
my
3 of
parents.
them.
I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all
Trying to keep
but
them hidden.
destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
So here's relic 1. We have a sword from Yamatai from the first game. Here we have the Atlas from Rise, so from this one. And then of course flashback, number 1 flashback. We get the twin pistols and time.
Yeah, Kimbo.
There we are.
I missed
That
it.
is Rise of the Tomb Raider Blood Ties.
Why?
Alright.
Sorry about that, but the timer doesn't want to stop.
I mean, that's fine. Was it 19 minutes?
Yeah, about pretty much 90 minutes. Pause works, but apparently stop doesn't. Nice.
Oh, it didn't record my real time. That's a bummer. I was gonna say, I wonder if I beat my real time. It didn't, and then I realized that LiveSplit didn't record my real time. All right, well, that's Rise of the Tomb Raider Blood Ties. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Recommended if you do like Tomb Raider. Definitely go ahead and play this for yourself. Read all the documents, read all the relics, do all the examining. It's awesome, and you learn a lot about Lara's history and her family. But yeah, that's it for me. So
Yeah,
Wanna do
then
now,
we're gonna
Higu?
complete the mission. I'm gonna see you in like 2 days when you're gonna run your other race game.
actually, it's almost exactly 2 days because it's gonna be Saturday.
Perfect.
It's 46 hours from now is when I'm doing my
It
next
was all
run.
planned from the start. I
Yeah,
promise.
almost exactly 2 days. Big brain. All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for me.
Yeah, transition. And hello everyone, we are now back with the second last hour.
Oh, Pico,
Runs in the-
sorry to interrupt you, but cropping.
Why did this mess up? It's not auto. This is supposed to happen.
The
Nobody saw
cropping
that.
got
Nobody
reset.
saw that.
It happens. Wow, going back on intermission, what the hell? You could have just fixed it normally.
What a great start.
Are you sure this is 60 mana?
No, it's not.
Why did you tell me it's 60
I
mana?
still have the audio on, by the way, but it's fine.
I
Just
know.
leave it
Because I thought it was-
on. Welcome to Tech Issues.
Finally.
And that should be better.
Much
Oh,
better.
We are now back with another last minute run. Take it away, Ignas.
Alright, thanks. Okay, so welcome to Manhunt 1 on PC. Before we begin, I'll
Ignis, you
just...
still have the stream up.
Do I?
No, wait, no. I'm sorry.
Come on, dude!
God damn it, George.
Oh my god. I had VLC up, okay?
Okay, so can we begin, Mr. George?
I think we're good to go. Just tell me when to start.
Okay,
We're
so
good
to start with, we're just gonna watch the cutscene at the start, and the timing starts once the first cutscene is over. So this will take a while. I will tell you when the timing should start. Manhunt is known as a stealth horror game, but this is a speedrun, and we won't see much stealth or horror in the entire run. It's kind of hilarious how we're gonna just run past everyone. Okay, once the transition happens, start the timer. And begin. Okay, so Born Again, the first stage of the game, and it's basically a tutorial of how all the mechanics work. The main ones are the shadows, stamina, and executions. So right here, the first tutorial is you hide in the shadows. Once you're in the shadows, they cannot see you. Any enemy is just just turns blind. Once you're in the shadows, no one cares about you. So obviously we already know that. A big part of the run is save and load. So once you so on a lot of the parts of the game, there's this save icon. Once you save there and load the game again, a lot of enemies that are around you disappear, and you also get your health and stamina back. So that's obviously really useful in the middle of the run, and we're going to be using that quite a lot. It's one of the, like, I guess, kind of the glitches that we allow. After that, there's also a cutscene skip in one of the stages that we just generally accept, even though it's kind of a glitch. However, this category doesn't have that many glitches in it. Okay, so here we just get put in a bit of a harder situation than usual, which contains 2 enemies, and we have to walk their way around them and try to execute them, but depending on the RNG of where they walk, this might not happen that well. Before we had the melee tutorial, where we just had to beat the guy up, and now we have the, like, proper game situation. That's really unfortunate. Okay, let's hope he does not turn around. He turned around. How sweet. Great start. So we'll just have to melee this guy and try to execute the other one. Unfortunate, but what can we do? Okay, next guy should be on the other side of this area. So we'll just run to him. I alerted him. Okay. I'll just err on the safe side because, you know, marathon and everything, and it's already not going that well. So yeah, Barn again is pretty straightforward in my opinion. There's not much new mechanics to be found. Doorway into Hell will be the second stage, which will introduce us to more oh god. Doorway into Hell will introduce us to better weapons. So as you might have noticed, all the weapons that I use in this stage just disappear after usage, like the glass shard. The second stage will introduce us to stuff like crowbars, baseball bats and stuff like that, which all have something different about them, but notably they don't disappear after usage, which is quite useful, to be honest. So that's the first stage done. And now we move into Doorway into Hell. Oh, yeah, you're right. The baseball bat is in the third stage. But the point is, we will be introduced to new grades of weapons here. Notably, we will get a blackjack and a crowbar here. So, we are basically in a snuff film type of setting. You can hear the narrator of the game. He's called Lionel Starkweather. He's a deranged film producer who basically takes people he knows he can abuse. He works with the police department, so he like takes death row inmates and psychopaths and stuff like that. And you're one of them, so you're basically his puppet in this sick snuff operation. So you just kill everything he sends to you. So now we acquired a crowbar, which we, you know, it was conveniently placed in that enemy's arms so we could open that gate in front of us. However, there's a guy blocking our path, which we need to... We don't have to execute him, but we at least have to like get him to the ground, so he wouldn't be a problem while we're opening the gate. So now we can just leave him there. We will keep him alive. He has a family and kids, maybe. Who knows? Okay, so now we are put in another melee segment, but this time we are in quite an unfortunate position because he also has a crowbar. But we have our fists and we don't care about that. I do have a crowbar and you could use it, but it's kind of weird in how it works, as in you move back when you do the attack, so it's a bit harder to use it in that part at least. Okay, so now Now we have Road to Ruin, which is the third stage. Nothing particularly new about this one. It's just the game is getting like progressively harder, and there's more enemies, and there's a few parts that are jump scares. Like this one. How terrifying. He jumped out. So now we just run into the shadow and that guy doesn't care. We open the gate and run past him. Another one. Terrifying. Scary. Okay. So this part is kind of RNG on how the enemies will act when they see me, but let's hope for it. Hit the trash can 2 times and then hope this last guy cooperates properly, which this looks correct. Throw the brick, I messed up. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we're good. Now we just leave them all looking at that very suspicious brick and no person near it. And we just run past and run past everyone, hopefully. Here we'll do a little bit of a different setup. Try to get all the guys to run, except the last one. He is also one of those like supposed to be jump scares in there. So we'll just get a bottle and smash it into his face, like that. And then run past, open this gate, and be finished with this stage. Next up, we are going to a stage called White Trash, which involves a new gang. So previously we were fighting against the so-called The Hoods. Now we are going to be fighting against a new group of so-called neo-Nazi white supremacists. So here we encountered the baseball bat as mentioned, and we also get to touch our first gun in the game, which is a nail gun. It sucks. It's not good. It takes 3 nails. It takes 3 bullets to kill someone with a headshot. It's weird, it's not comfortable, and it's especially tough on free aim on PC. The console variation of this game actually has, because it's like a controller and it's much harder to aim guns on there, it has a mechanic where the game kind of helps you aim. So you just lock onto every single enemy you encounter. But we don't have it here, and it's a bit more tough like that. Okay, so we are supposed to be stealthy in this part, but we kind of ignore all of that and just basically run past and find everyone we need. This guy is supposed to jump out in this hangar type of building, but we know already where he is, so we just execute him from behind and take the knife that he has. We need the knife because there's a gate that is secured by rope, and we need to cut the rope to progress. So we don't care that he's attacking us because we already opened the gate, and apparently the enemies don't know how to jump from a ledge. So we can just easily run past them and we are all good. So now it's there's kind of an anomaly with the way I'm set up. I'm using Windows 10, and this game is not actually like supported on Windows 10. So certain audio segments tend to repeat because of a patch that we are using to make the game work. Notably, this guy that is relieving himself in his trailer. Very pleasant to the ears. Just amazing. We will encounter that type of audio in the next stage, and that one will be even worse. So just bear with me here. I'll take the painkiller because I kind of messed up on health. Okay, so the power of nail gun. We need to have as many bullets as we can at this point, because on the next stage we'll need to kill 4 different enemies with the nail gun. So hopefully I need to have as much ammo as possible. Actually, it's 7 different enemies with the nail gun, so, you know, we need a lot. And depending on how well you aim, how well you shoot everyone, the more ammo you have, the safer it is, basically. If there's problems, you lose some ammo, you just have to play it safe and you lose some time, but whatever. So now there's 3 guys, which we would need to kill them by like stealth. And as you noticed, he like Starkweather is running everything. He runs the gates, he knows when to open everything. and he could just let me go, but he doesn't because he's sick and wants to abuse these death row inmates such as myself. James Earl Cash is my name, by the way. I have not mentioned that. So here we go. There is audio glitch number 2. Have a listen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, das ist gut, ja. This shit's
You like that? Because we will be hearing this for 1 more minute. How great. How fantastic. Okay, so he is watching porn, and we need to stop him from watching porn, so we will kill the electric circuit so he would come fix it. The TV is off, but the sound is still going, because, thanks Rockstar. Okay, so we just wait until this gate is opened, run past him. Now we spot a crane. We need to find fuel for the crane, so we could move the fridge that is in here so we could run further. Fuel is conveniently hidden behind tons of enemies in here. So we need to run past all of these. And I have to kill this guy. And just execute him again. Okay, so now we have plenty of ammo, and I killed one of the guys that is potentially a problem from here. Here is one of the first save and load parts. We save and load so all the enemies would respawn into their default positions, and so I would be able to know where all of them will be coming from. So at this point we are carrying the fuel, and he's really slow on carrying the fuel. Like, look at him. He's like all hunched up to the side and everything. It's obviously very heavy. While we are in this state, we cannot do anything. I can only shoot or like attack once I put the tank down. Okay, this isn't that ideal, but we'll work with it. Oh, really? Ideally, there should be a 4th guy that would run to us, but he didn't. So, that's fine. We will just have to walk to him in this very fast-paced segment that I absolutely love. I don't understand why Rockstar thought this was a good idea to add it into a horror game where like everyone is dead and you just walk like 2 to 3 minutes carrying fuel. How suspenseful, you know? Alright, so we still have 1 guy left. He is watching over the crane, which we need to go to. So he can act quite unpredictable actually, so I'll err on the safe side here. Okay, he's dead. So we can just go on and put the fuel into the crane. So I forgot to mention the characteristics of all weapons, of all weapon types. There's green weapons which like disappear after usage. That's glass shards and stuff like that. Plastic bags, you know, the basic ones. Then there's blue items like the nail gun I was carrying. When you execute with them, they make a lot of noise, which isn't good if you're trying to be stealthy. Red weapons have basically the same characteristics actually. And then there's also yellow weapons, which are just like throwables, items you can throw to distract enemies. So it can be anything from a bottle to an enemy's head and things like that. So we use those to our advantage, obviously. This part can be quite weird on every different time that you play. Okay. We're past all the tough parts of this. Let's hope that does enough damage. It didn't do damage at all. Looked like we're fighting. That's unfortunate. But it's fine. We'll just kill him and run past. Starkweather is obviously enjoying our performance as he opens the gate for us every single time. Which is great, because we need to progress. Here's another crane, which somehow already has fuel in it, which is, you know, convenient. So now we run past these guys who just keep shooting us. You know, who cares? It's just a few nails. We're fine. Who cares, you know? Okay, so in all these cutscenes that I conveniently missed, they show occasionally on several missions, Starkweather sends police to take care of me, so they like beat me up, rough me up a little bit, and then they also take away all of the weapons that I had. So in certain stages, as you can tell, I have nothing to start with. So now, here, I will kill this guy to obtain his weapon. It's a machete. Machete, again, I needed to cut rope that's ahead of me, so I can open the gate, which is covered by the rope. So we will take care of that and run forward. Now we will encounter one of the most RNG dependent sections of the game, which involves having 5 different enemies all like work perfectly to your advantage, so you can just run to this gate and open it without being interrupted by 5 different people chasing you. There's nothing that you can really do to make it all work out, so we will just save and load from that checkpoint until it works out the way we want it. There's also a backup where you grab a shotgun from back in the stage, but it's really tough. And looks like we actually got it first try, which is very convenient to us. Alright, so now real quick before another cutscene starts, we save and load, so we wouldn't have to watch it twice. So now Starkweather is surprised that they grabbed a tranquilizer weapon. Tranquilizer weapon is different. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, looks like we have good RNG in this part. So I'll just take care of it real quick. Okay, so the tranquilizer weapon works in a way that if you shoot an enemy with it, they become completely useless. They just stand there in place, and then they all are one shot. You can just hit them once and they will die instantly. However, if you get shot with a tranquilizer, it's really bad. You cannot open any gates or things like that, so you're basically useless. And you also get that nauseating camera effect in place for until the effect runs out. So it's pretty annoying, but now we have the tranquilizer rifle in our hands, and we will be using it a lot in the next stage. Also here a little bit. Please move, thanks. Okay. So now we will just open this gate and finish Grounds for Assault, which is stage 6. Now we will encounter a lengthy cutscene which shows that Starkweather is a very sick person. So here we can see that he took 3 of our family members and he tied them up and then left them to these like gang members. So your task is to save them. However, the game only needs you to save one of the 4 actually family members. So we will just, you know, leave 3 of them be and save one of them, which is, you know, that's Starkweather lets us through, you know, so who cares? Okay, so we run past here, let him kill our first family member because we are friendly like that. This is like the trolley problem, but supreme. Okay, so he missed us. It would be good if he hit us because you could see the effect, the tranquilizer. Oh, he missed. Okay, that's fine. So here's another family member that will get killed. Quite unfortunate, but we have to keep pushing unless we want to die like that as well. Okay, so here's the family member that we will be saving. The only reason we are saving this one is because it's the most convenient to save. We don't have to work with that many enemies to save him. We just kill this guy and then we're good to go. I'll grab this glass shard from here so I could have something to cut the rope with. And now he just runs back into enemies, but somehow he will be good for now. Oh, spoilers actually for now. He won't be good for a while. Okay, so now we need to go into the shark's mouth. As we can tell, this is like an abandoned park for like kids and everything, but it's obviously filled with the war dogs. So, you know, not many kids will be here. We alert this guy so he would kill the last family member. And then Starkweather says that 1 out of 4 isn't too bad, and he will open the gate for us. So that's convenient, because we're saving time, and that's all we care about. We will use the tranquilizer to neutralize a few enemies that are blocking our way right here. I don't see one of the guys with... Oh, okay, he's in the park. Okay, that's fine. Now, normally we would take care of this guy, but I will just save and load for safety, as this part can be pretty RNG dependent. Okay, so this guy has a tranquilizer, we shoot him, I missed, sweet. Okay, I hit this guy at least, so we're good. Also, when you're tranquilized, you cannot grab painkillers. There's no way to regain health, so it's pretty annoying. We will hit the switch and go out the door. Out the door, run out 2 enemies, which would be really problematic. But fortunately, we can just run past the door, and we are good. We're past. Again, you can see we are being roughed up by the police, and, you know, they take away everything again. So now we are in View of Innocence. It's, at this point, a lot of people get turned off by the game, because it becomes less of a stealth horror game, and it becomes more of a shootout game. It really stretches this part. So you get a revolver and you shoot around. So yeah, we now have nothing, and we need a gun. Where will we get that gun? Oh look, it's right here. It has all the bullets we will ever need. Okay, so I need to focus a little bit on this part, so... Sorry. Oh, damn it. Thankfully there's plenty of painkillers to go around, so we can just go to that. Also, so these guys have very weird movement, and this is why this part is often a run killer. Even you can focus as much as you want, but often you cannot do anything about these guys. Okay. The hardest part should be over. I can still die on here if I'm not careful, but as you can tell, there's not much stealth action at all. There are no shadows, you're just shooting out everyone you can find. Occasionally we will still encounter situations like that where we need... like for example, the next stage won't have much guns either. However, conveniently the next stage is also very RNG dependent, and that's tough. Okay, thought I was gonna die there. Alright, so I forgot to mention, this stage revolves around the fact that Starkweather made a video for us, a present. How sweet of him. So to watch the video we need a cassette and a video player, so he just gives us a cassette and a video camera to watch it in. However, the camera will be broken, because, you know, why let me go that easily? We will have to walk into a bar and then turn on a TV. But obviously we will not get to turn on the TV so fast. We will need to turn the electricity of the bar back on and then like kill a few more enemies, you know. Starkweather really likes to toy with the stars of his movies. As you can tell, this game has this pretty heavy aesthetic surrounding like cameras that you're being recorded at every moment. You're being recorded because, like I mentioned, you're currently in a snuff movie type of setting, and that's what he's doing. He's recording videos for his clients, and I guess for his own sadistic pleasure. So now we have this genius who just runs out and doesn't do anything, so we just kill him, you know, whatever. He would kill us if we had him. Okay, so now that we have the electricity running, this guy jumps out. How terrible. We will kill this guy and watch the movie that he prepared for us.
You must understand, Cash. I could not let him go.
Looks like we saved 0 of our family members after all. So now is one of the only parts in the game where Cash shows some empathy. He is obviously saddened by the fact that his family members are dead. And at this point there's obviously a turn in the story. So Eventually, Starkweather tries to get rid of all his stars of the show, and that will happen eventually here as well. Starkweather will not release us no matter what he is saying. However, for now we still have hope. You know, he will take care of us. He will release me if I kill enough people. So now he brings us a friend, a homeless person. What we have to do, he's like a key in this stage. We have to have him near us to open any gates that we need to progress. So in the glitched run, this stage is really simple. We just clip past every single gate there is. So now we need him to follow. We need him. We need him to follow us, so he could open all the gates I need. I'll try executing this guy, but it doesn't look good. Yep. Okay, whatever. Let's run fast. Okay, so looks like the tramp is following us fine here. And as you can tell, he doesn't open any gates if the hobo isn't following you. So the enemies are quite lenient on how they attack. As you can tell, a lot of them are focused into me and not the tramp. Now, sometimes they focus on the tramp, and that is really bad because it's really hard to move the enemies. And once that happens, you basically mess up. So this stage is heavily dependent on how the enemies will act towards the tramp, how friendly they are together. This is one of the main parts which can go terribly wrong. As long as all of them are ahead and the tramp is behind them, we should be good. And looks like we are not lucky. I'll try to save it, but if nothing happens, I'll just save and load. Okay? Could be good. Yeah, looks like they're chasing me again. But if they hit him once more, I am done. And sweet. We got past the toughest part of this run. So, as you can tell, we save and load, and a lot of the enemies behind me disappear. The tramp's health is full, my stamina and health is full. So now we are taking the brick into play. There's 3 enemies, but please look at the brick and not the 2 guys that you need to kill running past you. Thanks. So this can still go a bit wrong, but since we have... Please run. But since we have another save icon near us, this is not that much of a problem. However, you know, we hopefully don't need to be noticed by these guys. Please open the gate, thanks. Occasionally, due to the patcher of the game as well, a lot of parts of the game can just like soft lock, or some enemies can just not spawn where they need to. If that happens, I will just reload a stage and, you know, like here. This was very weird. Again, this was supposed to be one of the jump scare segments, but for some reason he only jumped out after I ran past him and not before. So, you know, minor things like that do happen occasionally, but sometimes they can become much, much worse. So hopefully we will not encounter many of those. Here I will... Stay put. Here there's a guy with a shotgun who's patrolling, so we need his shotgun. We need his shotgun because we need to kill that guy. There. He doesn't move from his position no matter what, so you cannot just like melee him. We need a gun, and for that we have this guy who conveniently delivers us the shotgun. Now we take the homeless guy with us. Sorry, I mean our buddy. And now I will take the safe strat to kill the remaining enemies. So I'll just run around and take care of everyone. This isn't good. Uh-oh. Looks like this will be our first time loss of the run. Oh! Okay, thank God. I had very little health to go from. Okay, graveyard shift. Another shootout stage. Nothing particularly exciting about it, besides the fact there is a lot of luck involved. A lot of the current path that we use involves just like hoping the enemies cooperate and don't do much damage. So I manipulate these guys so they would shoot all their bullets and then just go past them. Okay, so this part is quite difficult, so I'll just focus and hope it goes over well. Okay, I'll go grab the safety painkiller because this ain't looking good. Okay. Got one. Got two. Okay, we're good from this point on. Yep. So now we will open the gate ourselves. As you can tell, Starkweather doesn't like to give us hints a lot. He's just like, yeah, just like, go there, click that, leave through here, you know. But there's always like 50 enemies waiting for you at every single point in the game. Conveniently, we have these magical save icons which heal us, as mentioned before. So now there's a lot of, again, just another shootout segment with nothing quite special about it. Okay, I'll just have to fall back a little bit. That barrel is supposed to explode. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so now we have another luck-dependent segment in this stage. Hopefully all the enemies cooperate and I can just like straddle into the basement and use the circuit breaker. However, as you can tell, it didn't show any enemies, of course. You're good, just walk in here, you know? So we shoot that guy and hopefully everyone just run to his body. They did not do that, but we should be good. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. From this point on, they don't really exit the basement, even though they could easily overpower me. And there's like 5 people, but a lot of parts in this run specifically make them like that, where they're programmed to stay in a certain spot. So obviously they're not a problem for us, and we will just go up the lift. Kill this guy. There we go. Okay. This shootout is quite tricky, and let's see if I still remember the strat that I practiced. Okay. Run here. Come on. No. What are you doing? Okay. And there's that guy. There we go. The hardest part is over. Now there's these 3 guys, which can be troublesome, but it went fine. We're good. And we will have another save icon here. One run I turned on this and then forgot to get on the lift in time. So then you have to wait for it to go down and then you turn it on again and go back up again. And it's really annoying. Okay, so I'll save and load here to regain all my health, and then we will get to the last part of this stage, which I hate. So now Starkweather sends like 10 million enemies to you again. How friendly of him. So these guys are really annoying, as you can tell. It's not that easy at this point. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Alright, we should be good from now on. I will take the safe strat here, which is just waiting for a few people to get to you. Instead of... you can see the routing in this game is amazing. The enemies don't even know how to get up a block of stairs usually. But sometimes we abuse that, but... Okay. Let me focus a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have to play this part really safe because there's still a few enemies I need to kill. Please die. He did not die. How great. Well, let's try run past. Oh my god, we actually made it. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, so now we are moved into an asylum type setting. One thing that I really enjoy about this game is its environmental settings, and it's actually really well executed from a game from 2003. It's really well made, and actually if you like play this game casually with, you know, in the dark, and you'll actually try to play it stealthily and everything, it's actually an amazing experience, and I definitely recommend everyone to play it like that if you haven't played it yet. Okay, so now we are in an insane asylum, and we have to get through all the insane people. The first one is Fog, this very friendly person who just... You see, he just wants to stop the pain, right? There's a guy that's like being electrocuted, but he doesn't care about it. He just wants to play. Okay, so now we acquired a proper weapon instead of the wire that we had. Okay, so at this part, as you can hear Starkweather say, there's a guard that's watching the door. If he sees me, then he will lock the door. So I have to play out this part in a way that would let me get past the door. The guy has a gun, and I cannot just execute him or anything like that. So I actually have to like get past him. Obviously we don't do it that stealthily and just basically pray and run past him. If that doesn't happen, we just have a backup where we stand in a certain corner and, you know, a few seconds pass, it's all good. Okay, and now we have the third guy to kill, who doesn't feel like coming into this place where 3 people died magically. That's fair. Oh, okay. Thanks, dude. Okay, so now we just need to kill him. And now the last guy that we need to take care of is the tower watch guard with the gun, who will, you know, won't let us pass. Or if everything goes well, we just run past the door. Well, yeah, okay, so now you can't run past the door, so we just run into this corner and wait until he calms down, because obviously there is no threat anymore if 10 seconds pass, right? So we will wait a bit, and now he opened the door again. How great. So now we will save and load again, so we won't have to deal with the downsides of like stamina and health, and just run to this guy. I messed up, so we need to execute that guy to get his revolver. So we will have another shootout segment. How great, you know? Everyone loves them, of course. Okay. So now we take care of this guy. So now I will focus a little bit. It's kind of a tough segment here.
Crazies could have done with your brand of therapy years ago.
Alright, we're good. Thank God. That's one of the harder parts of the run as well. Oh look, another fuel canister. How entertaining, right guys? So yeah, this time we are not using the fuel canister to like fuel a crane or a car or something. We are actually using it for breaking a wall. We will make an explosion right here. So there's a brick wall which we need to get past to get into the tower. However, there's a guy in the right that's like watching the tower, and if we can get past him without dying, sometimes if he doesn't shoot you, you can just carry the fuel canister and then shoot out the wall, and then you skip this cutscene where Starkweather is telling you what to do. Of course, we already know what to do, so you know, that's whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this game was very controversial when it first came out. Due to, you know, it was back in the craze when the video game lawyers and you know, mothers were all like on video games that they're like encouraging violence and things like that, and Manhunt was on the forefront of that. It was banned in several countries, and Manhunt 2 was even worse than that. It was launched censored, again banned in several countries. Manhunt definitely hasn't had the best track record. So I don't think we will see a Manhunt 3 anytime soon. because we can tell it gave a lot of legal troubles to Rockstar. And that's fair enough. However, this game is quite a classic in my opinion, and actually has quite a lot of replay value. It has a timer, so it obviously encourages, you know, every level has a timer in the end, and obviously encourages speed and optimization and things like that. So there's definitely a lot to achieve in this game, which is kind of unfortunate, because the speedrun community isn't that huge for this game. We will take care of these two guys. I'll grab the painkiller for safety, and now we will get rid of two more guys, which are conveniently waiting near this door. Let me through, please. I will just kill you. Oh god, this guy is a feisty one. Okay, so we will grab a meat cleaver, and as you might have heard at the start of the stage, we need to get his head or his body and bring it to that watchtower. So we will do just that. Specifically this guy. Now what you would do in a casual run is obviously just shoot him or something and then bring his body over to the guard room. I have to throw the old head away and grab the new head. So Starkweather accepts the head, but we don't actually throw it into the guard room, we just throw it anywhere. Now this actually allows us to skip a cutscene, so it's technically a glitch, but we all allow it as a community because it's very non-significant. We just skip a lengthy cutscene that's just Starkweather rambling again. So we just allow, that's the only glitch besides save and loading that we allow in the run. So now we are deeper into an insane asylum. There's obviously like cells everywhere and everything. Starkweather wants to see certain executions. So we need to get a violent and a gruesome execution with this hammer, and then we will also need to acquire a baseball bat, and then with the baseball bat we need to get a violent and a gruesome execution again. As you can tell, the AI is quite different every single run, and it's quite hard to like predict what they will do. So obviously I try to do what we usually do, but sometimes there's just, you do something slightly different and then they will just completely change the way they move. So now we will perform a violent execution. Alright, there's one. Actually no, that was a gruesome execution. Now we need a violent execution, so we will just hit a wall so to make them walk to us. Hopefully he doesn't look at us. He looks at us. Sweet. Alright, so we need to get one more violent execution. But yeah, so normally, because this part is quite difficult, you would just like melee or something, but there's a set requirement to get executions in a certain way, so you have to try and manipulate the AI to go the way you want. But unfortunately that's quite hard to do. It's pretty bare bones in a way. You just make noise and then kill them from the shadows or something. Yeah, this part is quite tough actually. In this part the enemy supply is like unlimited. The new enemies always spawn if you still haven't finished your objective. You can't just run past the gates and stuff. You absolutely need to do what Starkweather wants you to do. So this guy is very focused on the shadows. There we go. We got a violent execution. Now a guy with a baseball bat will come. We will need to acquire that baseball bat and then do another violent and gruesome execution with the baseball bat. So I guess this stage is a good showcase of execution mechanics, but other than that it's kind of hard and not fun. Very RNG dependent. It's not exactly a fan favorite, to say the least. Okay, so hopefully the baseball bat guy runs to us. He hasn't, which is fine I guess, but you know, it's quite tough when there's people looking at you at all times. As you can tell, shadows are basically just like insane to them. They just cannot see anything. So they say they know where I am, but they never really know where I am actually. Which is kind of weird. It's kind of an unfavorable position I am in at the moment, but there's really nothing I can do. There is no save and load icon anywhere that could help us out and stuff like that. So we just... Okay, we got the baseball bat now. And now we will use it for a few more executions again. Hopefully. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's hope I can get a gruesome one right now. Perfect. We need one more. And then guess what? Another shootout segment. However, for now, this is all we do. Looks like that guy does not care that we killed his friend next to his eyes. So, you know. Perfect. Okay, so that was quite slow, but you know, marathon luck, I guess. Okay, so we are just slowly ridding the country of all insane people, which is what Starkweather says. He says we are doing the city a favor, you know. Okay, so we will do a quick save and load to avoid a cutscene right here. So now two guys will run out. One has a gun, the other doesn't. Hopefully the guy with no gun just walks past. Sweet. So now we just need a gun. And I'll focus a little bit as this part is quite tough. Okay, that guy didn't hear us, so this part is gonna end well, I think. As you can tell, we don't have that much ammo, so you have to be quite accurate in this part. Which luckily we got past quite well. We got here so fast that all of the guys did not have time to get into their usual positions. And that's great, because they are all bunched up, ready to die. Which is convenient. Okay, so now I need to be quite careful, because my health is on the lower side right now. Okay, from now on we should be good. As you can tell, even when running and not scoping, the aim is actually quite helpful. It's not that... you don't have to be that accurate, and you can even... with the revolver especially, you can just run, and as long as the crosshair is on the enemy, it will hit 100%. The shotgun is quite different in that sense. It actually requires a lot of restraint and accuracy to be used properly. So now we are... we beat the rabbit. How great. So we need to follow the rabbit. So there's a gate open and we need to obviously chase the rabbit. But once we run near the gate, a guy runs in and closes the gate. Once that happens, a lot of crazies pop out and then, you know, will try to kill me. But it should not be that much of a problem. So we'll just run into the back and kill all of the guys who are capable of opening the gates. Of closing the gates, rather. So we just take care of these real quick. None of them have any proper, like, guns, so we just kill them all and it's fine. So now is another segment where I need to focus a little bit, so now bear with me. Alright, sweet. We got past one of the harder parts especially. So that's really good for us. Now we have a guy in a dress. So in this game, what I like a lot as well is that every character is really well fleshed out. There's like guys who were abused by their parents. There's this guy who murdered his wife and then took on her role to like cope with it. and things like that. Every character actually, if you listen to their voice lines, has quite a good story behind them, and it's actually quite interesting when you listen to what they are saying in game. So these guys are quite smart. They see that I have a gun, and if I point at them with the gun, they will run away and hide in their cells. So what I have to do is work in a way that they wouldn't know I have a gun. So I would like look away or put a gun away for a second, just so they would run to me, and then I can shoot them conveniently. So like here, there's a guy with a shotgun, so we will just take care of him. Okay, I'll grab the painkiller up here to be safe. So now hopefully a lot of guys will run to the stair here. Just one, but we took care of it quite well. Okay, we're past this part now. Now this stage is special in a way that in this stage Starkweather betrays us. He will actually, as you can tell, he is like encouraging you. You're almost there, you know, keep going. But actually, soon we will encounter the betrayal. Starkweather will have a lot of the insane people with the guns to try and kill me here. So.
You made it! Oh dear, you see, you didn't make it after all.
As you can tell, the rabbit is quite ecstatic at the idea that I will die, and I will probably die for real because this part is really tough. However, if I don't, we will run past and kill the rabbit. Roll credits, as the stage name is, Kill the Rabbit. How convenient. Conveniently, all of us have to reload, so you know, we just take care of that. And I died, so that's unfortunate, but there was a save icon pretty close to this part, and I can just repeat the part. Okay. Yeah, I did actually die, so Starkweather's plan worked, I guess. Fortunately, I have unlimited lives, so you know, we can just repeat this segment again and again and again. I'll grab a painkiller here, so jump scare warning. This one is actually quite terrifying if you don't know it's coming. Especially if you play it in your younger years, it can be quite traumatizing to people.
Close your eyes, fat boy! Time for bye-bye!
Okay, we will try this again until we get past it.
What can I say?
So yeah, from this point on, we stop interacting with Starkweather. At this point, our goal changes from surviving to getting revenge on Starkweather. Okay, that was kind of sloppy on my part, whatever. Okay, so now there's this pressure plate thingy which opens the gate when there's pressure on it, so to go past it we bring a body and put it on here. To skip a little cutscene, we actually don't step on the pressure plate and just let the body fall on it, so we could skip one, like, we save at least 5 seconds with this. At this point we save and load to regen health again, and now we will kill the rabbit.
Hey, you ain't dead! He ain't dead! Oh shit!
He conveniently gives us a hint that he has the keys out of this place. So we will get to the watchtower and kill the rabbit, but first of all we kill these SWAT guys, hopefully. So even though this category is free aim, there's a little bit of aim assist, as you can tell in that part. I was aiming at the other guy, but the game is set up to like auto move your cursor to the direction of the closest enemy, and occasionally it's quite annoying and it's pretty hard to manage, so obviously I might die several times here, but marathon luck, I guess. Okay, we took care of these three guys, and as you can tell, the rabbit is chilling above, as shown by the minimap. Okay, so now we will just run in here, kill the rabbit, kill the sniper, and get the key. So now normally what you are supposed to do is pick up the sniper rifle and then kill all of these guys that are coming out from the gate. So we need to go to that part, right? And there's plenty of enemies. How will we get past all of them?
Take cover! Take cover!
So we have this insanely difficult to perform strat, which is called running around them. We run around them, and they run to the tower. And then we have no problems and just go through the gate. A very tough ending on this stage, definitely. So now comes Divided They Fall. We meet one of the bosses that are working for Starkweather. His name is Ramirez. He is a retired army sergeant, and he is now working... His goal was to, like, kill us. So in this stage, he noticed that I got quite close to him. So he is now hiding out in the tower, and he got his goons to kill me instead, right? So we will get a proper gun again. Because Ramirez beat us up after we got past the gate, so we again don't have guns and anything, so we have to slowly rebuild ourselves. This stage is pretty notoriously tough. It's quite a linear setting because you're all basically after we get past these three guys, we are in one building with several floors. There is only one save icon in the entire stage, and that save icon is at the start, like once we get past that door. If you die once at any point in the hardest part of the stage, it's a problem, and it loses a lot of time. This is one of the toughest run killers. So here is quite a recent strat. Normally, especially on console, what we would do is just hide behind this car, wait for everyone to run out, and then run to the save and load icon. However, recently we discovered that you can just run in here as fast as possible, throw the head into this enemy, and then run past everyone else. So it loses a lot of the risk factor that we used to do, and we also save a bit of time. So now we will move out this guy and acquire a weapon, which we will use to slaughter everyone else. Unfortunately, there's still a little bit of RNG, and that's bad. If that guy appears, there's really not much you can do, you just have to like deal with it. Occasionally we can still work it out. If you get a weapon fast enough, then you can just kill this guy and shoot the other guy right after. Okay, so as you can tell, this time the second guy did not walk to us, which is great. We can just walk in and shoot everyone. Now Starkweather is unfortunately not very smart and actually putting guys without guns in here, which is very tough for me and hard to take care of. I don't know why they thought charging at me, a guy with a shotgun, was a good idea, but hey, works for me. Okay, and this guy. Okay, I'll grab a painkiller to be safe from here. So now we run to the top, but conveniently Starkweather is below us, so now we have to catch up with him. It's possible in the glitch category to actually clip behind him and then try to execute him. However, in the glitchless category, it's basically the same as what you would do in casual, which is just you run in and kill everyone in your way. Occasionally, if you're low health and kill an enemy, they can drop a painkiller, and that's what I'm currently hoping for. There we go. So now my health is back to normal again, which is great. There's also one more painkiller in the way, so that will help us out. It's actually quite well hidden and not many people know about it, but if you shoot this trash can, you actually get another painkiller, which is very good because we now need to kill Ramirez. Conveniently, he is quite easy to kill, takes one headshot, and then get past a few of his goons, and then you're good. So now we get to level 15, which is press coverage. Quite notoriously tough. However, there's a bit of a safer setup than what we had before from now on. So we need to acquire a gun. The policemen are not carrying a gun. However, if you alert them and then run away far enough, they actually will draw the gun out, and then once that happens, we will execute them then and acquire a revolver. So that's what we will do here. As you can tell, he is now carrying a revolver instead of the police baton.
Where'd he go?
So hopefully he won't turn around though. Okay, he turned around, but not enough to see us. So now we have a revolver, which is convenient because we will have to kill a lot of cops ahead. What we do in the glitched run is we run past everyone and clip into a door in there and then save and load. And it's very, very luck dependent. It's so hard to execute like consistently. But here it's much safer. We just let all the policemen run to us and kill them one by one. Because for some reason they don't all attack you. They run to you one by one. Which is, you know, good. Okay, all of them are dead. So this journalist has been following the story of Starkweather pretty closely. She knows about the whole snuff film ring, she knows the situation I am in, and she actually is working on an expose on Starkweather. So she has a lot of documents, she has everything she needs to expose Starkweather in her apartment. But this apartment is conveniently being watched by the corrupt police that Starkweather works with. So we need to get past all of the policemen here, and then she will grab the box that she needs, and then we will head our own separate ways again. So here's one more audio glitch that we encounter. At this point, Cash is really angry, so he really wants to drive the point home. You hear that? She's his backup.
You're my backup if I don't make it. Have a nice life.
However, this audio glitch doesn't last long because we save and load here and then it disappears. Every time you save and load, all the audio glitches fix themselves. It's not actually important. It doesn't like actually affect the run or anything, so we just let it be. Ideally, you would just run this game on Windows XP and you wouldn't have any problem. Okay, this part can be quite tough, as again it relies basically on the lenience of enemies. At this part we have a sniper. However, he's only looking in the middle of the road for some reason, so that's convenient. We will just kill him with a one tap, and then we will run behind this wall. So as you can tell, there will be like 10 different policemen who then rush the casino, which you are usually supposed to be in, but we just run past everyone. They shoot us a little bit, but there's a painkiller near here, so it's fine. Now this ending is actually quite tough. It's different from what we used to do before, which is kill the sniper and then just spray. I'll focus a little bit. Okay, you made it past. So that's usually a pretty big run killer. Okay. Yeah, also, as you might have noticed, the sniper that was guarding over the last door didn't do anything, which is great for us. So now we have wrong side of the tracks. Follow the damn train, as the saying goes. We don't do that much, we just turn on the entire system and get into the train. Okay, so this guy can be pretty annoying because he actually has the first automatic gun, but we killed him very fast, which is actually surprising to me. Okay, so from here on out we will encounter a few new weapons. A shotgun with a light, so they can see through shadows with those shotguns. Then we have a machine gun, and we also have a submachine gun, which is a blue gun. So you can carry those as well. However, we don't need those quite yet. We just need to like take care of these specific few guys. However, from the next few stages onwards, we will need those guns really bad. Okay, so we just waltz in. No one's guarding the train system, like the most important part that would let me escape from here. So we just turn that on, and then escape through here. So I will take a peculiar route here. Ideally I run past 3 guys that will run to me here. And looks like we're good. There's only 1 guy chasing us. Okay, so now the train will spawn because 2003 render distance. So then we just run into the train and drive off. Cash has many talents. One of them is driving a train. Somehow he knows how to do that. Okay, so we get past here and then get to another part of the level. So this part has quite a consistent setup, and I hope I don't jinx it now. So we'll see how that goes. We kill these guys. Okay, I run out of ammo, so that's great. I jinxed it. I wasn't paying attention to how much shotgun ammo I had, so that's on me. Okay, 2 guys dead. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. And now we run into here. And now I will stand in the way so I could see what they're doing. Ideally they will run back and will notice the dead bodies. Once they do that, all of them will run. As you can see, once they spot a dead friend, they will just try to get reinforcements to help. So we abuse that and just run past everyone while they're looking at the dead body. We kill 1 more guy, a roadblock, and we are past wrong side of the tracks. As you can tell, in a few cutscenes you see this like pig type of like person/pig hybrid. He is called Pigsy. He is also one of Starkweather's puppets in this 6 snuff game, and he was actually the previous celebrity in his previous snuff films. However, he was driven to insanity because of all the murder and everything, so he wears an actual pig head as a mask, and he is insane. And we will actually encounter Pigsy in the last stage of the game, which is called Deliverance. However, so yeah, as you can tell, throughout the entire game you are being teased about the guy, about Pigsy. So what is being shown in the cutscenes is that he was being held in chains in Starkweather's mansion, but then he slowly got out of the chains and then murdered all of Starkweather's security. Basically the basement of Starkweather's mansion is just filled with blood and all kinds of stuff like that, because he killed a lot of people. Okay, so again a shootout with police. As you can tell, a lot of this endgame part is just basically shoot out different types of enemies. Come on, there we go. We are past all of these guys now, and now we have the last set of police, which are very strict in their security regime, and they are watching all of the enemies that could be running past. However, once we are on top of the train, they for some reason don't know how to shoot us, so we can just stand here. And in this part there are a lot of guys with submachine guns, and those submachine guns are very deadly. However, conveniently, if we kill one of them, all of the other guys run to us. And if we stand at this particular position where only their heads are visible, we can just shoot all of them, which is very helpful as we won't have to fight all of them. There we go. So now there's plenty of ammo for oh yeah, I should show off how it works. So all the other revolver, basically, it was just, you know, very slow, and the submachine gun is just, you know. So if you encounter an enemy with a submachine gun, as long as he nails one shot at you, you're done. It's very annoying to a lot of the casual players, and especially to speedrunners, because encountering that will be really hard, you know? Okay, so the police have caught me. However, there's another group that's not the police, called the Cerberus. which decided to leave me be for a little bit. They trapped me into this garage. So they're like, oh, he won't have a weapon, you know, he will not be a threat for us, we will kill him later. However, we found a gun and then slowly killed them one by one, which kind of backfired, and it's kind of a common theme in this game. In a lot of the cutscenes you are being overpowered by a lot of the enemy groups. However, they decide to not kill you for some reason, even though they know how dangerous you are. So what happens is you run past, get weapons, and then you're good. You just kill everyone in your way, and this is what happens in this part as well. So in PC we have quite a different strat in here compared to console. Console is much safer in this part. They instead decide to get weapons and slowly kill everyone one by one. But what we do instead is only kill the people that we need to kill, and then we, you know, progress. However, this part is quite tough, so I'll focus. Ah, almost got it. Yeah. So that guy, as you can tell, he ran off to the far right instead of in front of us, and then you need to like move a little bit to kill him, and once that happens, snipers get you. So this part can be quite annoying, and considering how late into the game it is, it's, you know, really tough. We should have enough health now. Never mind. Yeah, there's not exactly a backup strat to this part. You just try again and again, and you know, it's quite annoying. What you normally would do is like you would kill all of these guys one by one, then run into the sniper tower, execute the snipers, and you know, it's all very tough. Okay, now we will definitely be good no matter what. Okay, so now we have 27 bullets, which is more than enough. What used to happen in console is that you would leave the stage with very little bullets, and its key personnel was actually a big problem. Key personnel is the next stage, so we are in Starkweather's mansion right now. What we do is slowly get past all of the Cerberus, which are basically acting as Starkweather security at the moment. So we will just like massacre everyone in our way. I will take a small detour here to get some ammo. There's a lot of ammo clips, guns, and painkillers and stuff scattered throughout every stage in the game, which is great for us because, you know, we are one guy. So that's the Cerberus boss, which is, besides Starkweather, the last boss we take care of. As you can tell, he was being guarded by a lot of enemies, but we just kind of waltz in and then take the elevator key, which he has. We need the elevator key to get Starkweather, who lives on the top floor. I'll take another painkiller here to be safe. And now we will abuse a save and load once again. So there's a guy next to me. I will just ignore him because I have plenty of health. That was a mistake. Okay, so now we get past this part. Then I will kill a few people here to help myself out further on. Okay. And now we will go down to the basement, which has the elevator. It has the elevator controls. We have the elevator key, but it's actually disabled so far, so we need to go back to the basement and turn on the elevator. So we actually take quite a lot of time in this stage, in the glitchless run, as you can see. What we do in the glitch run is we straight up just run into the elevator and clip through it. We finish it in like 20 seconds. It's really fast. However, in the glitchless category, it's much different, and we actually play it basically the same way that you should be playing it casually. Okay, so we just get into a shootout with these guys, get to the top floor, execute a few more guys that run out. So I just run past a few guys that I don't necessarily need to kill, turn on the elevator and run in. So in one of the runs that I was doing, which would have been my PB by quite a lot, I actually killed the Cerberus boss, but I forgot to pick up the key, which is quite annoying. And I lost several minutes due to that stupid mistake of not picking up a knife.
Experienced technical difficulties that we have no idea what the hell's going on. You know, the usual. Stay tuned. Yeah,